The home track of the Van Diemen mark, and oh dear, boss Ralph Furman won't be best pleased. 3 Van Diemens in the top 4 in qualifying, but somebody got in the way. Mark Taylor and his Miguel on the outside of the front row. Robert Dahlgren on pole. There's Taylor, the black and yellow car, further up the picture. And then Peter Gray and James Courtney, the other Works Van Diemen drivers, qualifying 3rd and 4th. But Robert Dahlgren on pole last time out at Croft, who threw the race away in a lack of concentration, qualifying almost 3/4 of a second better than anyone else here at Snetterton. Perhaps testament to just how many miles the Van Diemen drivers really do around this circuit. The factory is just literally outside the gates of Snetterton circuit, and this is the factory test track as well as a full-time race circuit. Well, Dahlgren then comfortably clear in the qualifying and in the race at the moment. 13 is Mark Taylor, just holding on from Peter Gray, but Gray being outbraked by Anthony Davidson as he was trying to get past Taylor for 2nd place. Now trying to come past him as well, James Courtney, the young Australian driver. So we've got Dahlgren, Taylor and Davidson. Davidson won the last race at Croft from Taylor after Dahlgren had spun out of 1st place rather. And now it's Taylor in 2nd, Dahlgren the race leader, and Anthony Davidson in 3rd, ahead of the battling Van Diemen duo Gray and Courtney in 4th and 5th. 27 cars on the circuit. Ewan Merritt there, the last of those. Robert Dahlgren driving away now. Taylor in 2nd place still. Battle for 6th position here. Patrick Long ahead of the 25 car of Robert Bell. Bell started 5th on the grid. Patrick Long started in 9th spot on the grid. I don't know how he and Anthony Davidson from 6th have managed to work themselves up quite so quickly in this early stages of the race. Robert Dahlgren coming towards us, the race leader from Mark Taylor. Anthony Davidson 3rd from 6 on the grid. Peter Gray and James Courtney both jumped by him at the start. And there is Robert Bell going past, or just holding off, the 15 car Richard Goranson, the Swede. Taylor holding off Davidson in the red machine for 2nd place. And 2 Works Van Diemen drivers behind, and a spinner further back. And just touching the tyre barriers, but I think that may be enough to have damaged the car there. Young Scott Marino Franchitti rejoins. Perhaps he'll get away with straight steering as opposed to a bent steering arm there. Certainly he's trying to rejoin. Well, Robert Dahlgren really driving away at the moment. James Courtney just picks up 4th place there from his teammate Peter Gray. Getting his head down and starting to charge now. He's got past Gray in the 3rd of the Works Van Diemen cars now. Ahead of him, Anthony Davidson, the red machine, dicing with Mark Taylor. Comes out of the slipstream. Taylor holding the inside line as they come down to the S's. This is going to be very close indeed. They're going to have to go in wheel to wheel. Taylor just holds on from Davidson. And that was very brave indeed from both men. Now James Courtney as they head towards the bomb hole, right with Anthony Davidson, looking for 3rd position. And Courtney really seems to have moved up a gear now, under the lights in this evening race at Snetterton. Down to Russell, the chicane that ends the lap. Taylor, Davidson, Courtney and Gray, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th, very close indeed. Still, Robert Dahlgren is well ahead of them as they cross the line. Dahlgren, the race leader. And Davidson looking to defend from James Courtney, his 3rd spot, the red number 1 machine, Anthony Davidson. Courtney is swarming all over the back of him though. It does seem that he's got the quicker car at the moment. Like Works Van Diemen driver Robert Dahlgren out front. Oh, and around goes the number 12 machine of Patrick Long, qualified 9th. He was racing in 6th position. And at the top of the screen there, the 2 Works Van Diemen drivers coming inside. Anthony Davidson, James Courtney gets through, passes him for 3rd place. You just saw Peter Gray there behind, and he's still down in 5th. James Courtney looked as though he was quicker than Anthony Davidson for the last couple of laps. He was all over the back of Davidson. Now he's got by, he's latched onto the number 13 car, that 2nd place man Mark Taylor. Down to Russell, no chance to go through there, but he is very close indeed. Courtney looks as though, perhaps with the exception of race leader Robert Dahlgren, his teammate, he's the fastest car out there. Across they come. second, third, fourth and fifth, but in a different order this time because the red car is down in fourth instead of up in third where it was before, and Courtney goes down the inside into the first corner. He goes past Mark Taylor quite comfortably, and now look at him drive away. Right behind Taylor is Davidson, the red car, and then Peter Gray, and Gray is really looking as though he wants to get by these two as well. Couldn't follow James Courtney on either of those moves. Looks as though he's got a quick enough car to try it. Anthony Davidson in the one machine, going around the outside of Mark Taylor again. He's tried this before and didn't quite get away with it. Now this time he's further ahead, and he makes it. Gets past, runs wide on the exit. Taylor comes back at him, but through the bomb hole as they get there, Anthony Davidson will be in third place. Taylor down to fourth, and still Peter Gray in fifth place on the back of the train. Can't make any progress past these battling Migals. Further back, problems for Robert Urquhart. Runs out of road. That's a bit of a mistake. And just gathers it back up as he comes on again. Oh my goodness me. And another one, Richard Göransson, the Swede, in the Vector. Just gets his nose clouted. Looks as though he hasn't done too much damage otherwise. Still behind James Courtney, Mark Taylor and Anthony Davidson squabbling. Taylor gets ahead again. So Davidson now back to fourth place in the red machine. Back out onto the Revett straight that runs up behind, parallel to the pits and the main straight. Robert Dahlgren, the race leader, comes towards us. He's nearly 3 seconds ahead of James Courtney in second place. There he is. Then 13. That's Mark Taylor in third. Davidson number 1 in fourth. And Gray number 7 in fifth place behind. Both fanning out and unable to make a move there. And this is Luke Hines rolling to a halt. Just over half distance is the end of his race. Well, he seems to be okay, and there is Göransson as well. After that nose clout, maybe some more damage has been done. Further back, big slide there. Turquoise car was Alex Kapadia, and running wide on the dirt, Robert Urquhart spins again. And rejoins, no damage done. Adam Carroll in the pits and out of the car. Callett's disconsolately checking the back of the machine. Looks as though he's had a mechanical problem. And Anthony Davidson out of the race as well, battling for third place, and he is out. And that is good news for Robert Dahlgren in terms of the championship. So too for James Courtney, who's running second at the moment. Dahlgren here is the race leader, and comfortably so, in among the back marker traffic now. And that will help him stay ahead of James Courtney in the closing stages. And oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Urquhart is having a real voyage of discovery here. He has been off pretty much everywhere there is to go off at Snetterton. And there, classic sign of a driver who's really lost his rhythm, just can't get it back again, can't quite get to grips. No such problems though for Robert Dahlgren, the Swede. Threw away a comfortable lead last time out at Croft. This time no mistakes though. Lights to flag victory at Snetterton. James Courtney, the championship leader, takes second place. Mark Taylor in third, Peter Gray in fourth, and the other places made up by Miguel driver Robin Rudholm and the Van Diemen of Robbie Coleman. Well, there, the rest of the field come across the line, led by Rudholm there in the number 3 machine. Well, no mistakes this time for Robert Dahlgren, but James Courtney, right behind him in second place, still holds on to the championship lead.